Before the year 1914, Nigeria was not always one country. It was divided into the northern and southern protectorates after the British occupied the territory. While other colonial powers such as the Portuguese became involved in the region by way of slave trade as early as the 15th century, the British arrived in force only in the 18th century. And in 1884, they occupied what would later become the southern and northern protectorates, and by 1903, the British controlled the whole territory. Sir Frederick Lugard, who was a British soldier, became governor of the two protectorates and would later combine the two into one colony called Nigeria on January 1st, 1914, serving as the first governor general of the combined colony from 1914 to 1919. 46 years later in 1960, Nigeria became an independent state and has remained one country since the amalgamation. So like I said, Nigeria was not always one big country with diverse ethnic groups. In this documentary, we will travel down to Ikorodu local government area in Akwa Ibom State to see the 109-year-old building where the idea of one country Nigeria was born and learn more about the history of this great nation. The amalgamation house where Nigeria was named. Okay, yes, see it there. When I got to the amalgamation house in Ikorodu local government area in Akwa Ibom State, I met Mrs. Effiong Cyrilla, who served as my tour guide here and to other historical sites within the community. These films you can find in the description below and on my channel. At first, it was interesting to be at the building where the idea Nigeria was formed and became one country. But then it was sad to see the bad state of this building, which should serve as a symbol of the creation of Nigeria, also a very important historical and tourism site for the country, still being neglected and left to ruin. But I was glad that we have Mrs. Effiong, who has been taking care of this building and the environment for about a decade from what I learned. The work she has been doing voluntarily, which the federal government doesn't even care about, basically preserves this important history of Nigeria as a country. So I celebrate her, one woman doing such a big and important thing for Nigeria, preserving our history. Alright guys, so this is Mrs. Effiong. She's also the one preserving the history here in Ikorodu. And I decided to do this because I feel that a lot of our people that are doing things like this are not really appreciated. Frederick Lugard was born on 22nd January 1858 in Madras, a British colony at that time. He served the British government as a soldier and was also an explorer of Africa and a colonial administrator. He was the governor of Hong Kong for some years and later became the governor of Southern and Northern Nigeria Protectorate in September 1912. He then became the first Governor General of the Colony and Protectorate of Nigeria, which he signed and amalgamated on January 1st, 1914, bringing the two separate protectorates into one colony. It is said that his spouse Flora Shaw was the one that suggested the name Nigeria be given to this new colony. He later died on 11th April 1945 in England. I was able to enter his office and see the table where the papers were signed and Nigeria was bettered. Hey guys, I'm at the amalgamation house of 1914, Lord Lugard's office, where Nigeria, the Northern and Southern Protectorates were, brought together, and Nigeria was created here basically. And you can see Lord Lugard's portrait right there. His equipment, megaphone, I think, the safe box, the speaker, Lord Lugard's speaker. So they're all here, man.
This was the radio used in the office. You could see it's Ferguson.
Okay, Ferguson.
Yes, see the product there.
Okay.
Then this was a alarm cash box that was used by them. It's a safe, it's good written. Alarm cash box. If you touch it, it's going to ring the whole place.
Okay, because of thief.
Yes. By then, see.
Alarm cash box. No stealing allowed.
And this is former Calabar.
Yes, former Calabar.
Yes, the white men first landed here. Now that they've created this state, now we have Cross River State and Akwa Ibom. Part of the history is here in Akwa Ibom, while some are there in Calabar. So from here we will go to Lord Frederick Lugard personal residence, where he live right here in Ikorodu local government as former Opubu and Igwenga. Yes, okay, this was Lord Lugard personal residence office. Yeah, all those things were on top here.
Okay.
The radio and the microphone.
Lord Lugard's office.
Yeah, this was his personal office. Then this is where he used to hang his coat.
Oh.
Where he used to hang his coat. Then this was where those portraits were.
Okay, yes.
The thing was there, you could see those three portraits were there.
Yeah.
If they repair it, they'll make a lot of money, generate revenue to the government.
Yes, and to the community, help the community. We also saw the house he lived in while he was the Governor General of Nigeria. Hey guys, that's Lugard's house, so I can't go really close because we're rushing. You know, Mrs. Effiong is taking me over to the other place now. But that's the house over there. Still very fine. You know, people are staying there now. Some Nigerians may react to this film, and I think it will be interesting to read the comment section. The question now is, was Lugard's decision of merging the two protectorates a good one? Many Nigerians after all these years will say no, it wasn't. We've seen and experienced so much tribal disunity and clashes in the country, and it's really sad to see and experience this. Since independence as a republic, we have experienced so many military coups, civil war and unrest because many people remain unhappy about this. But I also believe that our cultural diversity is beautiful, as I've traveled around the country and experienced this myself from a young age. I believe that it should be an advantage to us if we as citizens and our leaders choose to see it that way and use our cultural diversity to our advantage, making us stand out among other countries in the world. We also have so many natural resources and tourism potential that can benefit the whole country. If handled fairly, it shouldn't divide us but bring us together as we can work to help one another. What is in the north should benefit the whole country, the same with the south, the east and the west of Nigeria. Some people may not agree with what I am about to say, but everyone has a right to their opinions. I still believe that unity is possible in Nigeria and we are the ones to decide that. Yes, Nigeria may have been a forceful marriage and brought together to benefit the British Empire, but that is history now. We now have the power to define, describe and mold our nation the way we desire, and we should use that power the right way. I believe that you have learned something from this documentary and I hope you share it with someone. As a Nigerian, if you listened carefully, you understand that this film is more about the possibility of unity as Nigerians than about this amalgamation house. I have more documentaries about Akwa Ibom State and the Niger Delta coming your way soon, so this is the best time to subscribe and join the wonderful community we are building so you don't miss out on more amazing stories. If you want to support our journey across the Niger Delta so we can make more films like this, please check the description below. And also follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and let's connect more there. Links in the video description. Thank you so much for watching and stay wonderful. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. Also check this playlist here to watch more interesting videos, and see you on the next video. Thank you so much for supporting.